Hello and welcome today. I have Candy Cares with me, Candy Kellen, but we all call her Candy Cares. Um, Candy is a marriage counselor expert. She has a heart for marriages. She and her husband work with other married couples to help them build their marriages, build their intimacy, build their connection, renew their
Mm,
connection even.
yeah, well
Um,
said.
Yeah. And Candy, we've been chatting for a couple of years now. We
Yeah.
met another networking group and we always say it's like there can't be too many people doing this stuff, right? We if you're watching, we recognize there's always something you need help with. Um, you know, I have really enjoyed the last couple of years of not well last however many years I've been doing this because there's always some new piece of research, there's always some new piece, there's always some new workshop, some new book, there's always something that I'm like, oh, that's a piece I can add, and I use it in my own marriage too all the time. I can honestly say, like, since I started doing this work, I have seen a huge improvement even in our own relationship, which was a good relationship, but it's been
Yeah.
completely different the last 3 4
Well,
years.
I love hearing that. Since I'm a marriage coach, I love hearing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
good for you, Kim.
So yes.
So,
Well, tell me, why are you doing this? What called you to this?
oh, there's a long story behind that, but to shorten it up, uh, my husband and I have had a heart for marriages for years, and we've actually went all the way to Rwanda and Kenya and
Yeah.
coached there. Yeah, so uh, there's no limit to where we'll go or what we'll do to try to, to actually help. I'm not even going to say try to help because I know we can help because we have helped.
Yeah.
And I, how do you want to say it? When you see, you probably are the same thing. When you see the married couple nodding because they understand, or you see the tears of joy
Mhm.
when they get it.
Yeah.
Um, or even just, you can get people who are so frustrated, are, how do you want to say it? They're in love still, but they're not getting along.
Not
And
getting
then you see, maybe a hand or maybe a light touch, and even just being able to look each other in the eye again, which is sad, but that happens. That happens. So we use exercises that we know have worked
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah.
And in fact, I have a guide that uh, I would be happy to share. It
Yes.
it uses what we have taught, and it's helped many couples over the years.
By the way,
It's
Candy has a lot of resources and she's so willing to share it. So one of the things I'm also going to ask you to do, Candy, afterwards is leave the link to your group as well, because that might be
okay.
a good place as well for people to head over to find out about you and your resources.
Awesome. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So, but just quick, the name of I have to say it because how to have more S in your marriage. And
Listen,
it's
there are many
really just,
marriages that need more of that. So yes, please.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I figure to catch the eye. Now, maybe since this is women, it should be more intimacy in your marriage. But the point is it just helps you get connected and it helps you know how your spouse feels loved.
Yeah.
And too many times the other person is, maybe they're doing and doing, but they're just not doing what makes you feel loved. And
Right.
this helps a lot in that area. So,
Exactly. And it is an important area. And I think often it gets downplayed. But
mm,
that's because it's been taken out of its true context. It's been taken out of where it needs to be, the understanding of it. And I think that that's an important resource to have, because it brings an act that is meant to be an absolute affirmation of trust and connection and respect and cherishing, and
yes, yes, yes.
we can
I,
reclaim it.
yeah, yeah. Well, and the thing is, you know, what do we argue about? The little things. That's what you always hear. We argue about the little things. And it's like, Well, how do we help that?
Yeah.
I mean, but those little things might be just because your spouse isn't feeling loved, or you're, men and women, men are from Mars, women are from Venus type thing. That is so true. Uh, and we need the love and respect in our marriage. And too many times, because we have been married, like I've been married 26 years, it is intentional, as you know. Just like you said, you use some things that you have learned. Because when you're a coach, you learn the most, which is awesome. And
Yeah,
it's the relationships you build. That's what's huge. Like with you, I mean, it warms my heart, truly,
of
that you are willing to have me talk to your audience.
course.
And I will reciprocate because we both have that heart, and you may be able to help somebody that I can't help. And I'm totally for that. It's just just getting the people the help they need. And they don't have to do it alone in today's society, especially. And too many couples, I think they're the only ones, and believe me, they are not. I've heard I've heard all the way to actually someone contacted me once suicidal. So, you know,
Yeah.
don't go there. It will get better. It can get better. I've seen it, and you've seen it too.
And there are people who can help you and are willing to
Yeah.
help. And
Yeah.
actually, you had me light up just now a bit. You're talking about men who are from Mars, women are from Venus,
Yeah.
love and respect. And actually, I have to send you the link to this book if you haven't read it already. It's one I'm reading right now. It literally is called Love and Respect, right? Let me,
Emerson Eggerichs.
yes.
We've
I can
actually,
feel it.
yeah, it's wonderful. We've actually have the DVD series, and we've taught
Oh,
it
oh,
um
wow.
multiple times.
Well,
So
listen, you guys need to get in touch with Candy for this because that
it's amazing.
is
Get
gold.
out of the crazy cycle. They talk about getting out of the crazy cycle. They talk about the different cycles. They talk about, like I said, that it's love. Actually, in the Bible, I don't know, I don't want to step on any toes, but that's where I'm at.
Mhm.
That's my faith. And it talks about women are supposed to respect their husbands and men are supposed to love their husbands. It doesn't say the reverse. Now, sometimes you get, like, we had a couple that we coached, or we didn't coach. We were teaching in a group, and they had been married 56 years. Now they've been married like 63. They're still alive and still, it's amazing. It's awesome. But anyway, when they were in it, the wife was the the other role. The roles were reversed. And that happens. It's
Oh,
okay. Oh yeah, it happens. Definitely. She was took the respect and he took the love part. So it's you just got to do what works for your marriage, but knowing those two things, I believe is huge.
it
Is huge.
really, yeah, yeah. When I read the stories that come out of it, and it's a funny thing because it was something that I have to say that I knew at a particular level, but then reading it and seeing it in such clear black and white language is like, wow, that is
Yeah.
that the truth
It
in
it
those
hits
words.
you like a ton of bricks, doesn't it? Because
I
it's
mean,
just so spot on.
it is, and it's not, and it's very interesting because he makes the comment that we live in a world that talks about, well, I'm only going to respect you if you act in a particular way. He's like, nope, that's not what this is about. And I
Mm,
love it when he kind of turns it around and he says, what if what if your husband said, I respect you, but I don't think I love you?
mm,
Because we say to our husband sometimes, I love you, but I don't think I respect you. But how would you feel if you got it back the other way?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
respect you, I don't love you. How is that going to sit with you? And I was like,
Well, and you go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, you make such a good point because too many times we treat, okay, here's a little scenario. I have to tell stories. We no, I lost my train of thought.
It's because I
Well,
love and respect the, if I love
yeah,
you,
there you go.
respect
There you
you
go.
mean.
We spend, you know, in our jobs or in our passion, because this is I call it my business tree, my business ministry, I mean, business ministry. But anyway, we put our time and effort into work, into what we, do.
Yeah.
Ours is a little different because it's our passion, but those that go to 9 to 5 and everything, they put their effort into it. Why can't we put the effort into our marriage? You
Yeah.
can't just expect your marriage to just be good without
Putting the work.
putting the work in.
Yeah.
And it can be easy. Everybody thinks it's hard. I like to say it's easy, and then people like, what? And those little tiny things you can, and sometimes I just tell somebody one or two things, and it's like, oh my gosh, that helped us so much. So it isn't always hard. You
Yeah.
just have to kind of take a step back, look at it, as you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. But yes. Anyway, I know we'll probably go on forever on this topic as well. Now, we were discussing a couple of things that you have available. So we've talked about how to have more sex. Um, so mentioned to me you have a
If anybody tunes in right there, they may
like, what are you on
it's a
about?
guide. It's a guide that I have, a free guide for now. I don't know if it'll continue to, but it is free right now.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
I mean, that's what this space is all about, right?
Yeah,
Um, so the other thing you have happening very soon, we're almost into December.
I
Um,
know.
you
Scares me. No, it's crazy.
you have a workshop coming up.
I do, and that's also free. Uh, it
Mhm.
is called, now I just drew, what is with me drawing a blank? I never do that. Uh, how to move from hurt, hurried and hectic to fun and fantastic in your marriage. So, and that's the workshop. It is low key. It's, I schedule an hour. Sometimes we go over if people want to talk more, but it's definitely, and it's on December 17th at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And I will put the link down below in the description. And yeah, I'd love to have them. There's no registration required. Just show up. Make it easy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'd love to have whoever your audience is my audience. So, and I appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you so much that you're willing to collaborate and do this for each other. So, bless your heart.
No problem at all. All right, there's two resources so far,
Yep.
your guide and the workshop. I
Hmm.
mentioned your group. So can you remind us what's the name of the group?
I think I'm changing the group name. So, I don't want to say which
Oh,
way.
that's fine then.
No,
Fine.
actually, it is. I'm changing it. It's gonna be called Marriage Strong, is what I believe. And then, and just I'll probably put like a sub headline to it or something. That's where I'm leaning toward. Just recently came up with that. Actually, since we've talked even. So, it just I have an acronym for strong that I use, and it just, how Boston Strong,
Yeah.
and after storms they use that term.
Yeah.
Well, we need to be married strong. We need to come together and be help each other's marriages and give each other encouragement, give each other we've seen what helps people. So why not help people with what we know? And that will be help marriage strong. That's where it's coming from. Long explanation, but anyway.
Beautiful.
So it's not there yet, but it will be.
Will
So
be.
in fact, they can be founding members of it because I don't know if I'm changing my name or just creating a new group. I haven't decided yet.
Fair enough.
So
Well, All
So,
sounds good to me. So we've got three links that we're going to be leaving below here for you. And I really do want to urge you, if what we've been talking about here today resonates with you, if you feel like you need to speak to someone, you have two people right here who can
absolutely.
help you at this point in time. We're going into a very hectic season. Don't be afraid to reach out.
Mm,
Send
no.
Andy a message. Send me a message. Just if you're really struggling, don't do it alone.
Well, and you can DM me on LinkedIn or Facebook. I go by Candy Cares on both of those. So, yeah, I would love to
There too.
help. And the thing is with us doing this, if there's someone that I believe isn't the best fit for me, I I would happily pass them on to Kim. We everyone has different needs. So this is why this is so awesome. So thank you again.
You're welcome. Well,
All
thanks
right.
for chatting today. See you soon.
All
Bye.
right. Take care. Bye-bye.